Alexander Severus was born in 208 AD on the 1st of October. His youth is relatively unknown, as this would be the beginning of the 3rd century crisis upon his death. He would be a member of the Severian dynasty and heir apparent upon the death of Elagabalus. Due to the rise in unpopularity of Elagabalus, Julius Mesa had Elagabalus killed and put Alexander Severus on the throne to use him as a puppet. In 224, Julius Mesa would die, and Julius Mamaea would take over and largely manage the cabinet and administration of his role, as he was only 14, the youngest Roman emperor. He had wise counsel and a good administration with prominent members such as Cassius Dio and Ulpian. This would be very good for him, as Cassius Dio and Ulpian were both historians. He also had good senatorial relations, unlike past emperors, and relatively had them calm. This was probably due to him not really being in full power and able to be as mean to them. He also embarked on an expedition against the Sassanids due to Ardashir raiding their territory. After 2 years of unsuccessful negotiations, in 232, Severus finally repulsed him. Tyrannus, during this campaign, revolted against Alexander Severus. Alexander Severus would put the revolt down, but this would show a general instability in a future telling of the 3rd century crisis. The economic purity of silver in the coins went up 5%. Really good. Although it went down sometimes in his reign, overall his economic policy was pretty good. He also fought a Germanic war at the end of his reign, although he really did not get to do much due to him paying them off instead of buying them. This would make Maximinus Thrax mad, and many of the soldiers. He would revolt against Alexander Severus, and when Alexander Severus went to meet them, his legions mutinied and killed him, and his mother. Alexander Severus' death would mark the end of the Severian dynasty and the beginning of the 3rd century crisis, beginning with Maximinus Thrax. This was largely due to a crisis of legitimacy. So, was Alexander Severus a good Roman emperor? I would think he would be B tier. He had good economic policy, a good administrative council, and overall good. Although him paying off the Germanic tribes would further lead to German power, as nobody was campaigning against them, as they further consolidated into bigger tribes. And many other problems, such as the Sassanids and their growing power. Also, many other ambitious generals, and a declining overall currency due to future emperors and prior emperors. Subscribe. Goodbye.